Hello and good morning to Tamizh Suvai folks. RJ Sudha here, founder and anchor of Tamizh Suvai Radio. This is an interview that many of you have been looking forward to and have been asking me so many questions about on my Facebook page about what can we do, how can we do, when do we do, and stuff like that. And finally, here it is. These are the folks from Hearts That Serve. We have been sending a lot of flyers about Hearts That Serve, who have been accepting. Gently used Indian clothes, namely saris, salwar kameezes, kurtas, any langdas, any kind of thing that you can donate, and that they will eventually take it over to India and drop it off to some and to underprivileged community in India. Hearts That Serve is a registered non-profit charitable organization that is focused on giving back to the community, to the South Asian community, mainly to India. Their focus is on mainly, as they say, roti, kapada, and makan, a little bit more, extending it to healthcare, focusing on water, food, clothing, healthcare, and shelter. In other words, very basic necessities. We all take it, living in the USA, living in the upper middle class or even middle class life in USA, we take it all for granted. But then there is a segment in India that is thriving, that is still very underprivileged. They don't have, there is no running water, there is no shelter, there is no clothing, especially after the COVID has hit them. All these things have taken a big toll on even the middle class people. So Hearts That Serve, the organization that we're talking about, that we have some very bright, enthusiastic, and very young and compassionate kids have come on board to talk about what they're doing as part of this clothes drive. They have all the profits that this drive and the events will be donated to like-minded organizations or for charitable purposes. Today, the Hearts That Serve, as I told you, they're joined by very young, enthusiastic, as well as compassionate young kids, namely Apara Sai Jella, Srushti Talluri, and Ameya Padakanti. Welcome aboard, Apara, Srushti, and Ameya. How are you guys doing?
First of all,
Doing good. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, sure. Welcome. Yeah, nice. I was actually expecting some seniors, like somebody like me, but it is very refreshing to see you all. Very nice to see you. Tell us about yourself, Apara, Shrishti, and Ameya. Who wants to go first? You can just start off.
Yeah, so first of all, I wanted to thank you so much for having us. We are super excited for you to get an insight on Hearts That Serve and our drive. So my name is Apara Sai Jella, and I'm a rising senior at California High School, and I'm super excited for this drive, and I am extremely excited, and we love helping people, so this is just right up our alley.
Wonderful. And it's just a perfect thing to do in the summer, right? In summer break.
Exactly.
Has your family been involved in such charitable organizations, or is it just something that you took up, that you read something on the web?
Yeah, so we've actually grown up with like a service background. All of us have parents that are very into service and do many service activities. Like I used to go to like sandwich sevas every weekend where we'd pack sandwiches
Oh,
and
nice.
homeless people. So we've all grown up in a very service oriented household. So I think that has helped us in developing that mindset and wanting to give back to the community as well.
So good,
Yeah.
so good, so good. Tell us about yourself. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I can go. So my name is Srushti Talluri, and I'm a rising junior, not yet. I'm a rising junior at Doherty Valley High School, and I am also very excited for this drive and to see what else we can do with Hearts That Serve. And I just wanted to mention that our team also includes three other members. We have Navya Kancharla, Viraj Shivadevani, and Nitish Volibisetti. So they are also a part of our team, and they are helping us a lot, and they're amazing.
Excellent, excellent. Apara, would you like to go next?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah. My name is Ameya Padakanti, and I am a rising senior at Doherty Valley High School. Yeah, and I'm also super excited to see where this drive goes, and I hope we can like spread the message and everything. Yeah.
very nice, very nice. I mean, if you once you children, once you high schoolers, or yeah, all of your basically rising seniors, if you kids can set an example this year, I'm sure the next year upcoming seniors can do a similar thing too in the school or any other school district, right? Uh, that is
Yep.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Tell us about the Hearts That Serve. What inspired you to start that Hearts That Serve non-profit organization?
Yeah, so like Shrishti previously said, we all grew up in families very service minded, very with that mental perspective. So Hearts That Serve was created by five kids just like us three plus two other friends, and with the hope of giving back to the community, which has honestly given us so much. So our main focus surrounding the well-being of health and of the health and well-being of the South Asian communities. So back in India, so we plan on doing more events and drives to help them out. And so that's kind of just how Hearts That Serve started and how we plan to go on in the future with drives, events, and just overall helping out the South Asian communities back in India.
Nice, very nice. Good to know. Good to know. I think all these things run in the family. I think once you see the parents, you look up the parents, and then you learn certain things from them. You throw off some things that you think that you don't really approve of, but then you pick up new things or you take on certain things. Health itself, as you said, and as I also talked about it, focuses on water, food, clothing, healthcare, and shelter. I mean, as we see, roti, kapda, makan, healthcare, water, everything else. But your prime focus for this today that we are discussing about is mainly focus on the clothing drive. What is the motivation behind this clothes drive, if I may ask?
Yeah, I can take this question. So, we all three of us have visited rural villages in the past in India, and we've noticed that these villagers do not have like proper clothing. They have like tears and holes. It's not like proper. The condition is not good, right? So we thought we had to help out in some way, and obviously with COVID being here, it made the situation like 10 times worse. Like no connections at all. So, and people here have not been able to go to India due to COVID. So, having able to gather all the clothes from our communities and being able to send it, it kind of hits two birds with one stone in that aspect.
Absolutely, absolutely. Which village do you go to? May I ask? Which
Yeah,
part
so
of India?
usually southern India, so in Chennai, so around there. Like
Okay.
Nadapeta, like the specific is kind of like Nadapeta, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Okay. Um, there are different types of clothes. Sari being the primary traditional cloth, although it is worn a different way. It's a 6-yard sari. The Tamil Nadu people wear it in a different way. The Andhra Pradesh people wear a different way. And then if you go up north, the Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, in the western sides, and even if you go to the northeastern side, they all wear in different way. But bottom line is a 6-yard sari is a 6-yard sari. That is one thing. But now the fashion trends have changed. We have all types of different fancy party wear saris, and then you also have party wear clothing and all that. Salwar kameezes have come in different. Salwar kameezes, of course, are very practical. Ameya, you may not know much, but you may have observed that. But the other two girls may know. But salwar kameezes are more practical for day to day, going around, going about doing your household chores and all that. But then in those things also we have it has taken us so many different avatars in terms of party wear and stuff like that. So I'm just curious to know what types of clothes can you take? Do you take only regular household people that folks can wear in house, or that even are you also open to accepting party wear and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we're actually open to accepting both. We feel that there will be someone who will find use of this better than we are here right now if we're not using it. So we're accepting women's, men's, and children's clothes. So it's not only limited to like
Ah,
saris, kurtas, and stuff. We'll be accepting children's clothing, and like men can give pajamas, kurtas, dhotis, all of that. We'll be taking all of that. Um, and we just ask that you make sure that your items are stain free, tear free, and in a overall good and wearable condition, just because we want to make sure we're putting and giving good items for them to use. Um,
absolutely.
so yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
the stuff we're accepting.
Yeah, about 4 months back, there was a sari drive, just purely sari drive. They were very focused on sari drive, and they said, please donate to us gently used saris that have no stains, they have no tears. And they should be in fairly wearable conditions. That's what we are asking for. It's okay if you wore it, but we're not looking, and then we don't even want you to iron it and all that. You just give us something that is in a reasonably good condition, and that's what they were.
That you wash and fold it, just because we will be getting a lot of items and it'll help us in packing them. So if you could wash and just fold, no need to iron or anything, just wash and fold, that would be awesome. And that would help us a lot in packing and shipping items.
Oh yeah, that's a very reasonable expectation. Yeah. So if anybody, Srishti or anybody can answer this question for us, how do we drop off the question? I think this is the most commonly asked question. How do we drop off the question? How do we drop off the clothes? And is there a max limit per person?
So I will take this question. So we've actually received a tremendous amount of support from the people in the Bay Area. We've actually received like more than 300 responses over the area wanting to donate their items and help us out. So because
I'm not surprised.
We will be organizing drop-off locations all over the Bay Area. So I will list the places we have locations in. We have locations in Danville, Pleasanton, San Ramon, Dublin, Livermore, Mountain House, Hayward, Milpitas, Fremont, Santa Clara, Campbell, San Jose, and Pittsburgh. All of them in the Bay Area, California. So at those 13 locations, you can drop off your items from July 26th through the 28th between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. And we have a spreadsheet that has all this information, including specifics as to where to drop your items in front of the houses. So I've sent out this information to people who have texted me, and we've also posted it on our Facebook, Nextdoor, and on our website. So you can take a look at any of these places to find this information. And we really, really, really appreciate your support.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
And do you have like, and then how do you want us to package these, like a regular kitchen tall bag? How do you want us to package these?
So we ask that you don't give reusable bags, just because the people collecting them, we don't want to have like a large amount of bags and stuff. And we ask that you keep your bags. So the best way I would say is in like a cardboard box. Or like a nice paper bag, anything like that would be awesome. Just no suitcases. And
yeah, essentially like disposable things such as cardboard boxes and disposable bags.
Okay. Do you want us to write a label or anything about what's inside? Nothing.
That's not necessary, because we will have to eventually sort them anyway. So we will be taking a look and putting them into their different categories.
Okay. Is there a max limit per person on the number of clothing?
And there is no max limit per person. Just again, we ask that you only donate clothes that are in a wearable condition. And that's kind of our only requirement. There's no max limit. You can donate as many clothes as you have. Just make sure they're wearable and free of stains and tears.
Okay. Could you repeat the dates for me, please, and the locations?
So the locations are Danville, Pleasanton, San Ramon, Dublin, Livermore, Mountain House, Hayward, Milpitas, Fremont, Santa Clara, Campbell, San Jose, and Pittsburgh, California. So if you're near any of those locations, you can also come. You don't have to be in these exact cities. Like I know we have people coming from Modesto. They're dropping their items off at Mountain House. So you can do something like that. And the dates are July 26th through the 28th of this year, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, and then that's when people will have to drop off. And when will you plan? When do you plan to pick them up?
So we'll pick them up after the 28th, sometime between the 29th and the 31st. Before the end of July, we will go and collect the items. And we also have some volunteers that are going to be helping us out with bringing the items back to San Ramon, where we are located.
Okay, alrighty, that's cool. You seem to be well organized. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. And who will the clothes eventually go to?
Yeah, so they will be distributed to underprivileged villagers in southern India. So that's definitely going to happen. And we have direct connections to these local villages. So it definitely will get done. So you don't have to worry about that. It won't be sitting in like a storage unit somewhere in India. It will definitely be distributed. And you can also check the website, heartsthatserve.org, to get the specifics once the donations have been made. We'll update the website for that.
You guys are going to have a very busy summer. I can tell that. I mean, till the day you get on to your school, this is a long haul project. It's going to be gratifying. It's going to keep you all very busy at the same time. It's a very noble cause, I can tell. And if there is anything that I and my friends, my Facebook friends, or any of my friends can do, we'll be more than happy to pitch in. Please do count on us.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. What other events have you organized as part of HTS?
Yeah, so as a part of Hearts That Serve, in 2019, we actually held a musical workshop to teach
Ah,
younger kids how to play different Indian musical instruments. And that money taken from the workshop was eventually donated as well. We also have an annual event called Arts for Hearts, and that's our annual event, and we do it every year. And in February 2020, we raised around $20,000, which we donated to an organization called Hridaya, and it went towards free children's heart surgeries. And we also donated part of that money to Sanjeevani Hospital in India to buy a pediatric ventilator. So the Arts for Hearts event is kind of focused around the idea of hearts, and we did it actually on Valentine's Day, so it has a double meaning, but Arts for Hearts kind of focusing on hearts. In the
nice.
event, we showcase different talents of our community, such as dance, music, art, and we in fact even had an art competition. It was almost like a talent show, and it was amazing. And as a result of COVID, we weren't able to do a in-person event this year, in 2021. So we kind of, took that and made it a virtual event.
Mm,
And so our second annual Arts for Hearts event was completely virtual. It was a competition, and a lot of students participated online, and it was very similar with dance, music, and art competitions. And it was amazing. And we donated that money as well. And
it's
yeah.
awesome. Fantastic. So proud of you all. Very nice. Very nice. You've
Thank
been
you.
very busy in spite of all your high school work and everything. Wonderful. Wonderful. It's not easy. It's not easy to balance out both of them.
Yeah.
Is there any other way we can? I know I had raised my hand and said you can count on me and my friends for any kind of help. But is there any other way people can help you out in this particular drive or anything else that's coming up in future?
Yes, definitely. So for this particular drive, we would very much appreciate if people donated any funds or any money towards shipping costs, since shipping all of these clothes extremely with the amount of support we're getting, we have a lot of clothes coming in. So
Yes,
the shipping costs will be very high. So we would really appreciate if people
sure.
donated to our PayPal, heartsthatserveofficial@gmail.com. And once again, you can find this information on our website, Facebook, and Nextdoor, and anywhere.
Mhm.
But yeah, so definitely if you could donate, that we would really appreciate it, and it would go towards shipping costs. And for future events and drives, we always could use the help, and you can find updates on our website. So whenever we have new events or new drives, yeah, it'll be on our website and Facebook, so you'll be able to check.
And to
Great.
keep in like updated, you can follow us on our Facebook page.
We will do that. We'll definitely do that. Yeah. Yeah. You spoke about what you did in the past, about in 2019 and even during the COVID era. Um, we are never going to be out of the COVID era completely, but what else do you have on the cards going forward?
Yeah, so going forward, we plan on kind of focusing on health. So we want to kind of focus on that. So we have a couple of different ideas panned out, and but we're still honestly in the brainstorming idea. So right now we're obviously, as you can see, very busy with this drive. There's so many things coming in, so many responses. But yeah, we have different ideas panned out, different drives, and of course, we have our annual event, which is going to come up next year. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Do we have anything else?
That's
Yeah.
good.
For some specifics, we're thinking about doing a blood drive, so that's just like out there. And then we're also another one is also like doing lessons. We still have to do We have to get some specifics on that, but that's definitely like an idea that we're probably going to pursue
Yeah,
in
so
the
kind of
future.
going off of that, yeah, so in terms of ideas, yeah, we were thinking of possibly reaching out to Red Cross and seeing how we could connect with them and help with that. And then also doing some types of lessons, maybe in yoga or anything else, and
Nice,
Yeah.
seeing what we can do there. And yeah, and then
nice,
we
very nice.
also organized a couple of other drives.
Mm.
Ameya, do you want to?
Yeah, in the past, I can take that. So we organized two other drives. One was the food drive, and then the other one was the hygiene drive. So the food drive, it was in 2020, and we basically made a flyer and we spent the whole day going throughout our neighborhoods and just distributing, just giving it out on the porch, just ringing the doorbell, seeing what happens, right? So that happened. That took an entire day, and that we had a huge success for that.
Ah,
So we had around 300 plus pounds of food donated, which is a pretty
awesome,
big amount. It's amazing.
awesome, awesome. Very nice.
And yeah, we got it donated to Solano and Contra Costa, the food banks there. So yeah, that was a big success.
Cool.
And the other one was the hygiene drive. So for that, we actually went to Srushti's house in the morning from like 9 to 11, and we packed personal kits for homeless people in Oakland. So in the end, we made 100 kits, and these consisted of necessities such as toothbrushes, paste,
Mhm,
soap, masks, etc.,
mhm.
and other sanitary items. Right. So that was another huge success. It was pretty fun also.
Cool.
So
Very
we were able to donate to people in
wonderful.
Oakland. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Before I conclude, those are the questions I had. Before I conclude, I just wanted to go back, circle back, and then ask you a question about the clothing drive itself. Now, how do we find out the address of the where the clothes can be dropped off? I know you gave out a set of like 5 or 6, maybe even 10 cities where drop-off locations are, but then the specific addresses, how do we find out?
So we actually have 13 drop-off locations throughout
13,
the area.
okay,
And you can find this information on our Facebook, on our website, and because we put our number out on the flyer, I've received a lot of text messages. So I've also replied to those messages and emails, and we've sent them all the information. So these locations are listed on a Google spreadsheet, which I think
okay,
the best way to find it would probably be go to our website. And if you scroll down, it's on the home page. All 13 locations, addresses, and then there's
first one,
specific information on where to drop off the items.
Mhm.
So please make sure that if you're dropping off an item, you take a look at that information. Some people want you to text them, some people don't. So just pay attention to that and keep in mind that they will be taking time out of their day to come collect these. So just be patient with them. And yeah,
Yep.
that's
sounds good, sounds good. Great, thank you very much. Great job, everybody. Very promising group, I can tell. And then I wish Hearts That Serve organization the very best. And I'm sure you guys have a wonderful future. And thank you for what you do. I mean, you're not only doing a great job, but you're also helping us clear our closets. That's a big deal. And of course, you are serving the largest underprivileged community in India at this time and during the COVID time, and especially, I mean, it's not just the COVID time. I mean, you can also imagine what happens when the monsoon hits and people's homes have been washed out, or the hurricanes have comes, or what people's homes have been washed out, all the belongings have been lost. I think this kind of a clothes drive is definitely going to help the people of southern India and anywhere else. This is just a wonderful deed that you're doing. It is like a win-win for everybody that is concerned. That are all at play. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
Thank you very
I really
much.
enjoyed talking to you today.
Yeah, same here.
So much
Thank,
for this opportunity. It was amazing.
thank you so much. Yeah.